Hello everyone. So I made this channel because I really think Harman Smith needs to be deplatformed. And I know some people will disagree with me even if they are Harman Smith's critics. Because either because like they think he should have free expression or they love to hate on him for his gaming takes and don't really care about his other takes. But like for me, I just hate his world views, and it's not just him having a different opinion on like shit that Retro Fusion likes to pretend it is. Retro Fusion loves to downplay shit, and I really fucking hate how Retro Fusion treats the situation. And honestly, in some ways, I hate Retro Fusion more than Harman Smith because at least Harman Smith is downright aggressive when he talks about stuff, or he likes to make fun of people. He's a shady person, but you know, with Retro Fusion, I've watched his comments for 4 years, and what I've seen is, he pretends to be nice, he acts like he's civil, and acts like he's the voice of reason, but really he isn't. He's just another bad person. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what he is. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, and I really think Harman Smith needs to be deplatformed, and honestly, and I think, Retro Fusion is a dangerous person because he could easily trick people into believing, things that he says, but really, what he says is a bunch of excuses. That's all he says. He's made horrible excuses saying Harman Smith wasn't racist when he said the thing about, George Floyd, but really, he really was, which is, and whether he was racist or not, it was hell insensitive, and it was against hate, and it was hate speech, which is why his video got taken down. Okay, like, again, it's talking about, people in certain events. Like, if you actually look at the YouTube hate speech stuff, look at all the, look at all the hate group protections, look at all that stuff, and then, hate speech is not allowed on YouTube, so there we go. And then, let's look at examples. And then, so, first of all, I want to show this video, which is very freaking obvious, so
with the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 scandal kind of hitting the interwebs, I think it is, the thing that's all on all of our minds. How do we get homosexuality out of video games? Because everyone...
homosexuality is an option in the game. It's not something that, like, you have to do in the game. But, he likes to say here that, because it's in the game, it's bad, Just because in his opinion, it's disgusting. Like, no, he just, I don't know. He just doesn't want gay people to have anything good.
Like, beating around the bush and not talking about it or trying to say this is, like, an acceptable thing. It isn't. It 100% needs to be dealt with. It needs to be addressed that it is a problem, that it is actively making games worse.
No, it's not.
People don't want to see...
What about Tamashi Life? That didn't make games worse. I don't know.
This, it needs to be straight up banned. And I just don't see a lot of people really bringing up that fact, because to them, this idea that we have to advocate for free speech, and we have to advocate for freedom of expression, and like do all this, and this. No, fuck you.
And yet you advocate for that when it comes to you advocate for that whenever it comes to like what you have to say about whenever like when I remember you told Garbage that you could copyright strike him over your videos, but you advocate freedom of speech, so that just doesn't make sense. And you've done that since the beginning of when I first saw you, okay? You've done it so like it just doesn't make sense. But you've been doing that your whole YouTube time. You're a hypocrite. So I think what you doing, whether you're trolling or not, you're still a shit person. But what I want to say is, but what I want to say is that I think what you're doing is irony trolling. Like maybe that's what you're doing, but still you need to be deplatformed.
Homosexuality is disgusting and is a stain on human culture.
See, look, that's hate speech. You literally broke that rule. Like, look, it literally says everyone in groups are criminal and thugs. So that could be something. But look, he said scum of the earth. So he said so that's similar. He said something similar, which is a stain on society. So this checks it out. So let's look at something else. Let's look at corrupt woke YouTubers refuse to condemn LGBT pedophile Chris Taylor. So let's have a look at that, because I mean, yes, it's good that he's calling out the pedophile, which I'm sure a lot of LGBTQs are calling out too. A lot of them do this, and he likes to downplay everything, and he's in general a liar. Like I remember when Video Game Lover and Harman Smith had a debate. I'm not sure whether Video Game Lover said Zelda Breath of the Wild was 7 out of 8. But what I do remember was Video Game Lover did say it was a good game, Breath of the Wild. And Harman Smith said, Video Game Lover said it wasn't a good game, or it wasn't that good. And that was not the case at all. So I'm more willing to believe that Video Game Lover gave it an 8. So he's in general a liar. I've heard from a lot of other people, and I've seen it, okay? And it also pisses me off when I've seen other people get doxxed on his live streams, and he pretends not to pay attention to it. Like, I'm sure that's what he's doing. But anyways, let's look at this.
I had no intention of making this video. My channel is targeted towards a very specific demographic.
Right.
Who want to talk about very specific things, right? In fact, I have been trying to move away from internet drama because
Nope.
I feel like it's
Nope.
inherently toxic, and
You're
there
toxic.
really is no benefit from
Right.
this isn't something I have been very, very vocal about for quite some time. I have talked about this in streams, videos, and stuff like that.
Nope.
There's a reason I don't really talk about other YouTubers the way I used to. But
No, you do.
upon seeing what's been happening over the past
This didn't
few
age
days
well.
with the Chris Taylor situation, and I think more importantly, how other YouTubers have been handling it, I do think it's time to come out and say Chris Taylor is a very stereotypical example of everything wrong with the trans community, right?
Yeah.
Like, all of them are like this. All of them are targeting children. All of them are disgusting human beings. This is nothing unique, interesting, or special, right? They're all like this. But as a result of that, the YouTube community, the people who are...
Well, okay, there we go. Hate speech policy. Everyone are criminals and thugs. He literally is calling every one of them criminals, so he broke that rule. So, again, he needs to be deplatformed. And also, when we actually look at this, local incel thinks women shouldn't be in the workplace, he literally denied what was going on about what happened at Blizzard, because the woman, years of investigation happened, and that goes into like the lies about like what happened in terms of like one of the hate speech says like that all victims in the violent event are actors, but this also is a part of it. And then when we go into like Harman Smith on tickling, he lied about Quantum TV, and Quantum TV did a lot worse than just say, "Oh, I'm against gay marriage," that was petty drama. No, he literally doxed someone. He literally doxed Actman, and yeah. So, anyways, that's all I have to say. Please deplatform Harman. He doesn't deserve a platform. Bye.